You're looking at a plant that's one of the world's richest sources of plant-based omega-3s, and you can grow an unlimited supply of it in a dark closet for about $10. Walk into any supermarket and you'll see shelves of fish oil capsules, with bottles going for 40, 50, even $60 a month. The marketing tells you it's the best way to get the omega-3s your body and brain need for your heart, your joints, your mind. And they're not wrong about the need, but they might be wrong about the source. I stopped buying that story years ago, and today I'm going to show you why. There's a leafy green, a plant so powerful that for centuries it's been a secret pillar of health for those who knew where to look. Korean monks have cultivated it in their monastery gardens, not just as food, but as medicine. This humble plant, Perilla, contains a powerhouse of plant-based omega-3s, rivaling and even surpassing other famous sources like flax, chia, and walnuts. In fact, lab analyses confirm the oil from its seeds can be up to 64% pure alpha-linolenic acid, or ALA, the foundational omega-3 fatty acid. That puts it at the very top of the list for known plant sources on Earth.
And here's the part the supplement industry really doesn't want you to know. You can grow it in a simple 5-gallon bucket. No soil, no expensive grow lights. In fact, it actually prefers complete darkness. You can set this whole thing up in 5 minutes, harvest your first crop in just 7 days, and then do it over and over again. This isn't a product, it's a process. This isn't something you buy, it's something you do. The plant is Perilla frutescens. And when we grow its sprouts as microgreens, we are unlocking one of nature's most potent nutritional secrets. For decades, the health and wellness industry has built an empire on one idea, that you need them. You need their factories, their supply chains, their plastic bottles, and their monthly subscriptions. They want you to believe health comes in a capsule you have to buy on repeat. It's like they want your well-being on a payment plan. But nature only asks for a one-time setup fee of about $10.
Before we build our system, you need to understand why this works. This isn't just a neat gardening trick, it's about reclaiming a piece of history. The plant we're talking about is Perilla frutescens, a member of the mint family. In Asia, it's a celebrated herb known as shiso in Japan or kenyip in Korea. For centuries, Korean Buddhist monks cultivated Perilla in their monastery gardens. They understood something modern industry has encouraged us to forget. This plant was a powerhouse of nutrition. It wasn't just a garnish, it was a staple for vitality. These monks were stewarding a legacy. Perilla is an aggressive self-seeder, meaning a single planting could sustain a patch for generations, a forever harvest that required almost no help. It was the perfect plant for a self-sufficient life. So why is a plant so revered in one part of the world treated as an invasive weed in another? Perilla was brought to the United States in the late 1800s by immigrants who knew its value. But its very resilience, its ability to thrive and spread, made it a threat to the tidy, controlled world of industrial agriculture. It didn't fit in neat rows, it didn't depend on chemicals, it just grew. So it was labeled a problem. This narrative of Perilla as a nuisance conveniently serves the pro-profit health industry. Why teach people to cultivate a free source of omega-3s when you can sell them a processed, packaged alternative? It isn't some backroom conspiracy. It's a conspiracy of shared interest. The supplement company, the industrial fishing fleet, the chemical corporation that sells the herbicide, they all benefit when you don't know what's growing on the side of the road. Now, for the science that makes them nervous. The claim is that Perilla is one of the richest plant sources of omega-3s. That's not hype, it's backed by chemical analysis. The oil from Perilla seeds consistently shows an alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, content between 54% and 64%. For perspective, flaxseed oil, which is famous as an omega-3 source, typically contains about 50 to 60% ALA. Chia seeds are also rich in ALA, but perilla consistently sits at the very top of that list. I know what you're thinking, but isn't ALA the plant omega-3? Don't I need the EPA and DHA from fish oil? This is the main argument used to dismiss plant-based omega-3s, and it's a point of confusion they've used to their advantage. Let's clear it up. Yes, your body primarily uses the long-chain omega-3s, EPA and DHA, for critical functions in the brain and heart. Fish get their EPA and DHA from eating marine algae. When you take fish oil, you're getting it pre-formed. Alpha-linolenic acid, or ALA, is a shorter-chain omega-3. It's an essential fatty acid, meaning your body can't make it from scratch. You must get it from your diet. Here's the crucial part they often leave out. Your body has its own factory. It has enzymes that convert ALA into EPA and then into DHA according to its needs. The conversion rate is a hot topic. You'll hear low numbers, sometimes below 10%, but that's a misleading way to look at it. First, that conversion rate isn't fixed. It's heavily influenced by your diet, especially how many omega-6 fatty acids you eat, as they compete for the same conversion enzymes. A diet heavy in processed foods and industrial seed oils basically clogs up your internal factory. Second, your body is smart. It regulates the conversion based on demand. Some studies suggest women have a higher conversion efficiency, possibly to meet the needs of pregnancy and lactation. It's an adaptive system. Third, and this is key, think about the sheer volume of ALA this method provides. When you get a tsunami of high-quality ALA from fresh perilla sprouts, even a modest conversion rate can result in a significant amount of EPA and DHA. Would you rather have 100% share of a tiny puddle or a 5% share of a massive, clean lake? You're giving your body an abundance of the raw material it needs to create exactly what it requires, when it requires it. You're not forcing a static dose from a potentially rancid capsule. You're empowering your body's own metabolic wisdom. The bottom line is this: dismissing plant-based ALA is a marketing tactic, not the full scientific picture. It keeps you dependent on a product from an increasingly strained and ecologically questionable source. Industrial fishing for supplements has significant ecological consequences. The perilla in your closet has a carbon footprint of 0, doesn't threaten ocean ecosystems, and doesn't come with the risk of mercury contamination. It is clean, sustainable, and yours.
All right, theory's over. Time to build your perpetual omega-3 engine. I call this the 5-minute setup because once you have your stuff, it takes less time than making coffee. The whole initial investment is about $10, and it will give you a weekly supply of fresh microgreens for a year or more. First, your shopping list. You need just 3 things. 1, a 5-gallon bucket with a lid. You can grab this at any hardware store for about $5. Food grade is best. The lid is key for keeping things humid. 2, a growing medium. We're not using messy soil. Instead, get a hydroponic-style mat that holds moisture. The easiest and cheapest options are burlap fabric or a hemp mat. A square yard of burlap from a fabric store costs a few dollars and will last for dozens of harvests. 3, the seeds. This is the heart of the operation. You need Perilla fruitin seeds. You can find them online, just make sure they're for sprouting or culinary use, not treated with chemicals for ornamental planting. A bag with a few ounces, which might run you $8 to $12, is enough for 40 or 50 harvest cycles. That's it. A bucket, some burlap, and seeds. Now, let's put it together.
Step 1. Bucket prep. First things first, drainage. This is where most people mess up. Without it, water pools, drowns the roots, and invites mold. Take a drill with a 1/4-inch bit and drill 15 to 20 holes in the bottom of your bucket. Don't be shy. Step 2. Seed soaking. Don't skip this. Seriously, soaking wakes the seeds up and lets them drink the water they need for a fast start. Skipping this will slow down growth and can lead to mold. Measure out 2 tablespoons of perilla seeds, put them in a jar, and cover them with room temperature water. Let them soak for at least 4 hours, but no more than 12. Then drain them really well in a fine mesh strainer. You want them moist, not dripping. Step 3. Prepare the growing medium. Cut a circle of burlap that fits snugly in the bottom of your bucket. Put it in and get it completely soaked with water. Then, tilt the bucket and let every last drop of excess water drain out. You want the burlap wet like a wrung-out sponge, with 0 puddles. Step 4. Sow the seeds. Take your soaked and drained seeds and spread them evenly across the damp burlap. Try to get a single, dense layer, close together but not piled up. This gives you a thick carpet of microgreens later. Step 5. The blackout. Now cut a second circle of burlap and lay it right on top of the seeds. Give this top layer a light misting with a spray bottle, just enough to dampen it. Put the lid on the bucket, no need to seal it tight, and move it to a completely dark, room temperature spot. A closet is perfect. A pantry or under the sink works too. You're just copying the dark forest floor environment where these seeds naturally sprout. No lights needed. Step 6. Daily check-in. For the next 3 days, your only job is to check on them once a day. Pop the lid, touch the top burlap layer. If it feels dry, give it a few light mists from your spray bottle. Damp, not wet. That's it. Step 7. The growth spurt. Around day 3 or 4, you'll see a miracle. Lift that top burlap and you'll see a forest of tiny white stems reaching up. In the dark, the plant puts all its energy into growing a long stem, searching for sun. We're hijacking this process to get long, tender sprouts. Once the stems are about an inch tall, you can take that top burlap layer off for good. Put the lid back on and return it to the darkness. Step 8. The 7-day harvest. On day 7, it's time. Open the bucket and you'll see a thick carpet of pale yellowish microgreens. They're this color because they haven't made chlorophyll yet. At this early stage, they're packed with the seed's stored nutrients, including that amazing concentration of omega-3s. To harvest, just take clean scissors and cut the greens right at the base, just above the burlap. Give them a gentle rinse in cool water, pat them dry, and they're ready to eat. They have a unique, slightly minty, nutty flavor. Toss them in salads, sandwiches, smoothies, or just eat them by the handful. They'll stay fresh in a sealed container in the fridge for at least a week. After you harvest, just toss the used burlap, rinse the bucket, and you're ready to start the next cycle. The continuous harvest system. To get a truly non-stop supply, you just need to scale up to a 4-bucket rotation. It's simple. Start a new bucket every 2 days. Day 1, start bucket number 1. Day 3, start bucket number 2. Day 5, start bucket number 3. Day 7, start bucket number 4 and harvest bucket number 1. Day 9, harvest bucket number 2, and so on. By staggering your buckets, you create a perpetual cycle. With about 10 minutes of effort every other day, you'll have a fresh supply of omega-3-rich greens every single week, indefinitely. Think about what you've just learned to do. For less than the price of 1 bottle of fish oil, you've built a system that can produce a weekly harvest of one of the world's richest plant-based sources of omega-3s. You did it without soil, sunlight, or expensive gear. You now have the power to generate an endless supply of a vital nutrient in your own home. This isn't just a garden project, it's a declaration of independence. You are now independent from the expensive supplement aisle. A monthly supply of decent fish oil can be $40. Over a year, that's nearly $500. Your initial setup for this whole system, even with 4 buckets, is under $30. Your only recurring cost is seeds, and an $8 bag can last you nearly a year. You're trading an annual cost of almost $500 for one that's closer to $10. But it's about more than money. You're independent from a fragile global supply chain. You don't have to wonder if your supplements are sourced sustainably or worry about the carbon footprint of shipping plastic bottles around the world. Your supply chain is now the 10 feet from your closet to your kitchen. You are also taking a huge step toward health sovereignty. You're shifting from being a passive consumer of a processed product to an active cultivator of living food. The microgreens you harvest are alive, bursting with enzymes and vitality that can never be captured in a soft gel that's been sitting on a shelf. There's no question about purity, no concern about fillers, and no risk of the oils becoming rancid and oxidized, a common and dangerous problem with fish oil that creates inflammation. The perilla you harvest is fresh, pure, and anti-inflammatory by its very nature.
Let's revisit that ALA versus EPA-DHA debate one last time. The story that ALA conversion is inefficient is a story told to sell a product. What if that conversion rate isn't a bug, but a feature? By giving your body an abundance of the raw material, ALA, you let its own regulatory wisdom take over. It converts what it needs when it needs it. It's a dynamic, on-demand system. Taking a high dose of preformed EPA and DHA is like a central planner making decisions for everyone. Providing abundant ALA is like empowering a free market where individual cells get exactly what they need. Which system sounds smarter? In fact, modern diets, which are often overloaded with omega-6 fatty acids, can suppress the ALA conversion pathway. The problem might not be that the conversion is inefficient, but that our lifestyles are actively sabotaging it. Perilla helps correct this with an omega-3 to omega-6 ratio of about 6:1, one of the best in nature. And Perilla isn't a one-trick pony. The sprouts also contain compounds like rosmarinic acid and luteolin, which are powerful antioxidants with anti-inflammatory properties. This is the wisdom of nature. It gives us complex systems that support our health, not just isolated chemicals. Picture yourself 2 months from now. Instead of opening a plastic bottle, you're opening a bucket in your closet. You're harvesting a handful of vibrant, living greens that you grew yourself. You're feeling the empowerment that comes with it and seeing the money in your bank account that used to go to a monthly subscription. This simple bucket is a quiet rebellion against a system that profits from your dependence. It's a vote for sustainability, self-reliance, and your own health.
If this video just showed you a path to saving hundreds of dollars a year and putting you back in control of your health, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. This channel is all about uncovering more of this forgotten knowledge, secrets that let you reclaim your power from the systems that want to control you. There's a whole world of health and freedom waiting for us to rediscover, and we're going to explore it together. So that's it, the $10 grocery hack. You have the complete blueprint. You know the history, you get the science, and you have the exact step-by-step method to build your own perpetual harvest system. The knowledge is yours now. The only thing left to do is act on it. This is about more than just omega-3s. It's about a mindset. It's realizing that the solutions to many of our biggest problems, our health, our finances, the environment, are often simpler and closer to home than we're led to believe. They don't always come in a shiny package. Sometimes they come in a simple bucket, in a dark closet, just waiting for an idea to be planted. Now I have to ask, what are you going to do with the extra money you save? Let me know in the comments below. I'm genuinely curious to hear how this is going to change things for you. Thanks for watching, and happy harvesting.